Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're tackling something super important that most people never think about until it's too late. Did you know the average American deals with around 8 hours of power outages every year? And that's just your run-of-the-mill outages. That doesn't even count big storms or unexpected disasters. Now picture this. It's pouring rain, thunder's booming outside, the lights flicker. Once, twice, and then boom. You're in total darkness. Your fridge, completely silent. Your phone, at 20% and you have no idea how long that battery's gonna last. Here's the real question. Are you ready for that? Honestly, most people aren't. But the good news is, after watching this video, you will be. I've done all the legwork for you and found 11 affordable food items from Walmart that can last for ages without needing a fridge. Best part? These aren't boring emergency rations. You'd actually want to eat these. Stick around until the end because number 7 might surprise you. It's something almost everyone forgets, but it could make a massive difference. All right, grab a snack, kick back, and let's get into it. Here's how to blackout-proof your pantry without emptying your bank account. One more. Dried beans. When it comes to blackout prepping, dried beans are nothing short of a pantry superstar. Seriously, if you're building a stash of foods that will keep you going when the lights are out, this is where you start. Why? Well, for one, they last forever. A properly stored bag of dried beans can sit in your pantry for 2-3 years easily. But here's the kicker. Studies show they can still be edible 30 years later. Imagine having that peace of mind just chilling in your cupboard. Beyond their insane shelf life, beans bring a whole lot to the table, literally. They're packed with nutrients like protein, fiber, and iron. Protein especially is a big deal during emergencies. A study highlighted that dried beans offer more protein per dollar than nearly any other food out there. That's some serious bang for your buck. Oh, and here's a thrifty tip for your prepper haul. At Walmart, a 2-pound bag of great value pinto beans costs less than $2.00. That's like 20 servings for pennies a meal. Now, a lot of people think beans are hard work because traditional cooking takes hours. But here's a game changer that preppers swear by. It's called the cold soak method. All you need to do is cover your beans with water overnight. By morning, they're soft enough to cook in just 10-15 minutes over a small heat source. Got a thermos lying around? Even better. After soaking, toss those beans in a thermos, add boiling water, and seal it up. A few hours later, you've got fully cooked beans ready to eat, no constant heat source needed. The best part? Variety. Walmart sells everything from black beans to lentils. Lentils are a clutch choice because they cook super fast, which is especially helpful when your cooking heat is limited. Plus, beans are ridiculously versatile. Throw them into soups, stews, tacos, or just season them with some salt and pepper for a simple side dish. Honestly, I keep at least 10 pounds of mixed beans stocked at all times. They're not just survival food, they're an affordable, delicious way to keep your family fed when the power's out. 2. Rice. Can we talk about how rice is the MVP of affordable, blackout-proof foods? This kitchen staple is so often overlooked, but it's absolutely essential for your emergency pantry. Why? First of all, rice is cheap as dirt. You can grab massive 20-25 lb bags of great value long-grain rice at Walmart for super reasonable prices. Second, it lasts forever. Properly stored white rice can survive up to 30 years. Yep, 30 years. Seal it in an airtight container, throw in a few oxygen absorbers, and stick it in a cool, dry spot. Boom, you've got decades of food security in a single bag. Brown rice, while not as long-lasting as white rice, still gives you up to a year or more of storage if vacuum sealed or kept frozen. It's also more nutrient-dense thanks to its natural oils, so adding a little to your stash isn't a bad idea. Another reason rice is a no-brainer? You don't even need a fancy kitchen to cook it. When power's out and your stove doesn't work, rice doesn't care. You can cook it on a camping stove, a gas burner, or even with boiling water in a thermos. Just rinse your rice, add boiling water, seal it, and wait. A few hours later, ta-da, perfectly cooked rice, no flames required. Now, besides being easy to store and cook, rice is super versatile. Pair it with some pre-soaked beans and canned veggies, and you've got a blackout-proof, nutrient-packed meal. Want to keep things simple? Add some oil, salt, or seasoning, and you're good to go. Feel like living it up? Turn it into a hearty stew or a refreshing cold rice salad. What's cool is that rice is gluten-free and really easy on the stomach, making it a solid choice for families with dietary restrictions or small kids. Here's a pro tip. Keep an eye out for Walmart's rollback deals on rice. Stocking up when the price drops is an easy way to save and be more prepared. Plus, rice is a calorie powerhouse. 1 cup of cooked rice has around 200 calories, meaning you can stretch a single bag to feed a family for weeks. Flashy survival gadgets are nice and all, but when the lights go out, rice is what'll fill your belly and keep you going. Trust me on this one. Canned vegetables. Fresh vegetables are a wonderful luxury until your fridge dies in the middle of a storm. That's when canned vegetables step in like the unsung heroes they are. These little lifesavers are an absolute necessity for anyone serious about prepping for a blackout. Why? Well, canned veggies don't care about electricity. They'll sit quietly on your shelf, waiting for their moment to shine. And shine they will. Even years past their best-by date, most canned vegetables retain up to 85% of their nutrients, according to research. That's some serious staying power. Walmart makes it super easy to stock up with its Great Value brand. They offer over 30 varieties of canned veggies at budget-friendly prices. We're talking everything from classic staples like corn and green beans to more unique additions like sweet potatoes and butternut squash. And get this, they now offer reduced sodium options, which are great when water is limited and you don't want to load up on salt. A 24-pack of assorted canned veggies runs for about $17, 0 cents. That's less than 75 cents per meal, which is wild when you think about it. Here's why I swear by canned vegetables in my emergency stash. They're ready to eat straight out of the can. No cooking, no prep, just pop the lid and dig in. And if you want to get a little fancy, you can easily throw them into soups, casseroles, or even scramble them with powdered protein sources like eggs. Pro tip, prioritize pull tub cans. I learned that the hard way during a power outage when I couldn't find my manual can opener. Pull tab cans of carrots and corn save the day. Another cool thing, canned veggies help you create a balanced, colorful diet even during an emergency. Mix it up with corn, green beans, beets, and carrots for a tasty, nutrient-packed meal. A little variety can go a long way when you're looking for comfort in a crisis. And don't sleep on Walmart's selection of mixed vegetables. It's like a mini stir-fry in a can, making your blackout meals feel just a bit fancier. With canned vegetables in your pantry, you'll keep your family fed, healthy, and maybe even a little happy during tough times. Stock up now and you'll thank yourself later when those lights go out. Or pasta. All right, folks, if you're building a blackout-ready pantry and don't have pasta on your list, you're missing out big time. Pasta is hands down one of the most underrated survival foods out there. It's dirt cheap, lasts practically forever, and is versatile enough to make you feel like a chef even with limited resources. Properly stored pasta like spaghetti or penne can last up to 2 years past the printed date. Some studies even suggest it's good way beyond that if kept in the right conditions. Just store it in an airtight container, making sure it's far from any moisture or heat, and you're golden. Now, some people think pasta is a no-go during a blackout because it technically needs boiling water, right? Wrong. Here's a hack most people don't know about: cold soaking. Yep, pasta can be soaked in room temperature water for about twice the time it would normally take to cook. While the texture won't be Michelin star quality, it'll be totally edible. And that's what counts in a power outage. If you're lucky enough to have a camping stove or a small heat source, pasta cooks up super fast in just 7 to 10 minutes, making it super fuel efficient. But where pasta really shines is in how filling it is. 1 cup of cooked pasta packs about 200 calories and loads of carbs, which your body will be thankful for when you're low on energy. Plus, it's incredibly easy to pair with other staples. Got canned veggies? Toss them in. Powdered cheese or no-cook pasta sauce? Boom, instant meal. Walmart's Great Value brand even has powdered sauces that you just mix with a little water. Speaking of Walmart, their pasta options are endless and budget-friendly. A 1-pound package of spaghetti or elbow macaroni costs less than $1, or you can grab the 5-pound bulk packs to stretch your dollar further. Pro tip: go for thinner pasta options like angel hair, which cook faster, saving you even more fuel during those crucial moments. Trust me, folks, pasta isn't just a pantry filler. It's an absolute powerhouse when the lights go out, and you'll be glad you stocked up. 5. Canned soups. Here's the deal with canned soup during a blackout. It's a game changer. Imagine this scenario. It's day 2 of a power outage. You're already stressed, hungry, and not in the mood to wrangle together an elaborate meal. Enter canned soup, the unsung hero of survival food. Unlike most pantry staples, canned soup is completely ready to eat straight out of the can. Sure, it's nicer heated up, but even at room temperature, it's delicious and packed with all the nutrients you need. Walmart is killing it in the canned soup department. I'm talking about over 35 different varieties, from classics like chicken noodle and tomato to hearty stews, chili, and even bone broth-based soups. And they're not just your basic broth-first options anymore. Their heartier soups pack a real protein punch, which is crucial during any stressful situation. The protein not only keeps you full, but also helps your body manage all that extra stress. One reason I swear by canned soup is its dual-purpose functionality. It's a food, of course, but it also helps with hydration, which is often overlooked during blackouts. A Cornell study actually found that dehydration sets in faster than you'd think during emergencies, making something like soup, which gives you both food and water in one shot, incredibly valuable. And here's a fun fact. Did you know that properly stored canned soup is safe to eat indefinitely? Even the USDA backs this up, saying as long as the can isn't damaged, it's totally safe, even years past its best by date. When it comes to pricing, Walmart soups are affordable lifesavers. Their great value chicken noodle soup is just over $1, while premium options like Progresso hover around $2.00. And if you're smart, you'll wait for sales like their 10 for $10.00 deals on Campbell's soups. Pro tip for storage: keep a few cans in your car or even your bedside drawer for emergencies. And if you need to eat it cold, opt for cream-based soups. They taste better straight out of the can compared to broth-based ones. Stocking up on canned soup is one of the easiest ways to prepare for a blackout. It's lightweight, shelf-stable, and super simple to use. Trust me, when your kitchen is out of commission, you'll be grateful for every can you have. 6. Trail mix and nuts. Okay, can we talk about how criminally underrated trail mix and nuts are? These little snack heroes deserve way more love, especially when it comes to blackout prepping. They're more than just snacks, people. Nuts and trail mix are one of the smartest survival foods you can stash. And here's why. For starters, they're incredibly calorie-dense. Just a handful of mixed nuts can pack 150 to 200 calories, loaded with the perfect combo of healthy fats, protein, and fiber. If you're in a high-stress situation without proper meals, that instant energy boost is what will keep you going. What makes them even better for emergencies? Zero prep. Forget needing heat, water, or even utensils. You just rip open the bag, grab a handful, and you're good. Now, speaking of shelf life, nuts are way hardier than you'd think. If stored in a cool, dry place, or better yet, in an airtight container, they can last about a year or more without losing their taste or nutritional value. You can even extend their shelf life by vacuum sealing them. And honestly, compared to other shelf-stable foods that might start tasting pretty bland, trail mix feels like a treat. Walmart absolutely crushes it in the trail mix department. They've got everything from the classic blends of almonds, peanuts, and cashews to sweet and savory combos that include dried fruits, sunflower seeds, and even chocolate. Pro tip: stock up on the family-size resealable bags to get the most value. Some stores even carry 10-pound bulk trail mix options, which are perfect for long-term prepping. If you're tight on cash, grab their great value roasted nuts. They're just as filling and can easily be thrown into other meals for added protein. Another reason you're going to want these in your blackout pantry? Morale. Hear me out. When you're living off canned and dried goods, the simple crunch of nuts or the sweetness of raisins and chocolate chips in trail mix can do wonders for your mood. Plus, if you've got kids, these snacks become lifesavers. They're easy, tasty, and the kids won't be whining about eating something unfamiliar. Here's my top tip for storing nuts and trail mix. Divide them into smaller portions and use mason jars or vacuum-sealed bags with oxygen absorbers. It keeps them fresher longer and makes it easier to grab what you need without exposing your whole stash. All in all, trail mix and nuts might just be the perfect blackout food. They're compact, shelf-stable, and give your body exactly what it needs to push through tough times. Don't sleep on these snacks, y'all. 7. Canned tuna and salmon. All right, let's talk about a superstar of survival foods that doesn't get nearly enough attention: canned tuna and salmon. Now, hear me out. These might not sound glamorous, but when the power's out and options are slim, these little cans of protein are absolute lifesavers. Why? First, their shelf life is the stuff of prepping legend. Properly stored, a can of tuna or salmon can last 3 to 5 years easily, and sometimes even longer. No refrigeration, no complicated storage hacks. Just pop it on a pantry shelf, and it's good to go for years. That's peace of mind in a tin. Nutritionally, these aren't just plain old fish either. A 3-ounce can of tuna packs an impressive 22 grams of protein. That's enough to keep your energy up and your muscles fueled during stressful times. And canned salmon? It's like tuna's overachieving cousin. On top of all that protein, it's bursting with omega-3 fatty acids, which are great for brain health, heart health, and even reducing inflammation. Bonus fact, recent studies have suggested that omega-3s might help reduce anxiety, which, if you're in the middle of a blackout, is a big deal. Staying calm can help you focus and make better decisions during emergencies. Walmart's got you covered with lots of options: light tuna, albacore, even high-quality canned salmon. Prices range from under $1 for basic tuna to around $3.00 for premium salmon, so you can stock up without burning through your budget. And don't forget the pouch versions. These are just as long-lasting, don't require a can opener, and take up even less space. Oh, and if you're worried about mercury, go with light tuna or skipjack tuna. These options are safer for more frequent consumption and tend to be lower in mercury than albacore. Add a little to your emergency stash and you've got a flavorful, nutrient-packed protein source when you need it most. The best part? You don't need much fancy prep. Eat it straight out of the can on crackers, mix it with some shelf-stable mayo, or toss it in with your rice and beans. Whatever you do, canned tuna and salmon are Blackout all-stars and deserve a spot in your pantry. Trust me, you'll thank yourself when the power's out and the fridge isn't an option. 8. Peanut butter. Now this one's a classic that you need to have in your emergency stash. Peanut butter. Yes, it might seem simple, but when push comes to shove, this jar of creamy perfection is pretty much a survival food legend. First off, it's shelf-stable like you wouldn't believe. A sealed jar can sit untouched in your pantry for up to 9 months, and many folks stretch that even longer if it's kept in a cool, dry spot. Open it, and you're still looking at 2 to 3 months of life without needing a fridge. That's why it's a no-brainer in blackout situations when kitchen appliances are just expensive paperweights. But it's not just the shelf life that makes peanut butter so awesome, it's packed with calories and nutrients you need to stay alert and energized. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter deliver nearly 200 calories, 8 grams of protein and healthy fats that help you feel full longer. Whether you're dealing with winter storms, hurricanes, or unexpected blackouts, those nutrients are crucial when stress levels are high, and you're burning energy just juggling the chaos of it all. It's also crazy versatile. Spread it on crackers, mix it with oats, or just eat it right off the spoon. Want to get fancy without electricity? Combine peanut butter with honey or powdered milk to make instant energy bites. It breaks up the monotony of pantry meals like beans and rice, adding flavor and texture that makes a big difference when choices are limited. Not to mention, kids absolutely love it, which can help keep them calm during stressful times. Walmart carries all the favorites, whether you prefer creamy Jif, a jar of Skippy, or even great value peanut butter to save a bit of cash. And for the health-conscious preppers, Walmart stocks natural options like Smucker's and powdered peanut butter, which lasts even longer. Pro tip, stock up before prices spike again. Peanut butter prices skyrocketed during shortages just a few years ago, and having a stash now might save you money down the road. Bottom line, keep a jar or 3 in your pantry. It's comforting, nutritious, and might just be a little piece of joy when everything else feels chaotic. 9. Honey. You want to talk about blackout food that stood the test of time? Honey is literally immortal. I'm not kidding. Archaeologists have found 3,000-year-old Egyptian honey in tombs that's still edible today. That means if you buy a jar, it doesn't just last for years. It could last for generations. That's insane, right? And when the lights go out, honey isn't just a treat, it's a survival powerhouse. First, honey is packed with natural sugars, which your body craves during high stress or physically demanding situations. If you've been sweating through a storm cleanup or just dealing with the extra effort of daily life without power, a spoonful of honey is like an instant energy shot. Studies show honey is also antimicrobial, meaning it naturally fights bacteria and helps heal small cuts or wounds. That's right, it's not just food, it's medicine. Have a sore throat from talking over generators or stress? Mix a spoonful into some room temperature water and you've got instant relief. And the versatility? Off the charts. Honey is the perfect sweetener for things like oatmeal or powdered milk, which, trust me, can taste a little bland after days without other flavor options. Add it to peanut butter for a protein-packed energy mix, or stir it into an emergency rehydration drink with a pinch of salt. It's like the Swiss Army knife of blackout foods. Plus, if you're stocking honey from Walmart, you'll find everything from their budget-friendly, great value raw honey to locally sourced options that may even help with allergies. A 16-ounce jar can cost as little as $5.00, so you can easily add one or two to your stash. Quick tip from experience, go for honey in plastic containers, like the classic Honey Bear bottles. Why? Because if you drop a glass jar in the middle of a blackout, that's a mess you don't want to deal with. Seriously, the plastic bottles are blackout-proof in more ways than one. Honey isn't just a pantry staple, it's practically a survival tool. Stock up on this golden liquid, and you're not just prepping for survival, you're prepping smart. Trust me, when the power's out, honey will feel like liquid gold. And powdered milk. Alright, let's talk about powdered milk. Now, I know it's not the most exciting thing on this list, but hold up, because powdered milk deserves way more credit than it gets. I didn't even think about it until an ice storm knocked out power for 3 days last winter. Suddenly, that lonely box of powdered milk in the back of my pantry became the MVP of my blackout stash. Here's why you need this in yours. First of all, powdered milk is built to last. And I mean that literally. If it's properly sealed and stored in a cool, dry spot, powdered milk can last up to 10 years. That's right, a whole decade of shelf-stable goodness without you having to worry about it going bad. A study from food storage experts backs this up, finding that with the right conditions, powdered milk stays just as safe and nutritious as the day you bought it. That's like having a mini dairy farm in your pantry, minus the mooing. Now, nutritionally, powdered milk is no slouch. 1 cup gives you 8 grams of protein and roughly 30% of your daily calcium needs. This stuff can be a lifesaver when fresh milk is off the menu. And during a blackout, when your meals might be a little hit or miss, that extra boost of vitamins and minerals can make all the difference. Plus, people are getting creative with how to store it. A trending tip among preppers is to vacuum seal individual portions with oxygen absorbers, which you can snag for cheap at Walmart. It's extra effort, but it stretches the shelf life even further. And when it comes to preparation, couldn't be easier. Just mix 1/3 of a cup of powder with 1 cup of water, shake it or stir it, and boom, you've got milk. No electricity required. Pro tip? Use room temperature water for better flavor, or chill it if you've got some ice on hand for those rare blackout luxuries. It's also not just for drinking. Powdered milk shines when it comes to versatility. You can make creamy sauces for your pasta, whip up pancakes, or even try no-cook desserts like instant pudding. Trust me, pudding during a blackout will feel like gourmet comfort food. Best part? Walmart's got your back here. Their great value powdered milk comes in resealable bags for under $4.00, which is way cheaper than most name brand options, but just as reliable. Seriously, grab a couple of bags on your next Walmart run. You'll be prepared, and when the power goes out, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. Powdered milk is like the secret weapon of your pantry, and once you've got it, you'll wonder how you prepped without it. 11. Cereal and granola. Now, this next one might surprise you, but hear me out. Cereal and granola are bona fide blackout superheroes. You might not think of them right away, but when the power's out and the stove is useless, these grab-and-go options can make a massive difference. Trust me, you do not want to overlook these pantry staples. First of all, the shelf life is pretty awesome. An unopened box of most cereal, you're looking at up to 12 months easy. Granola? Even better. That sealed store-bought granola you've seen at Walmart lasts anywhere from 6 to 12 months. And if you store it in an airtight container, you can extend its life by another few months. Some preppers even freeze their granola, which keeps it fresh and crunchy for up to 6 more months. Bottom line, it's shelf-friendly and super adaptable. But the real magic of cereal and granola is how easy it is. No cooking, no heating, no appliances required. Grab a handful from the box or bag, and you've got yourself a meal. And during a blackout, when you're juggling all kinds of challenges, that simplicity is priceless. Plus, it's not just quick, it's satisfying. A bowl of cereal or a handful of granola gives you that comforting, normal feeling when everything else is turned upside down. Now let's talk nutrition. Granola, especially the oat-based kind, is a secret nutritional powerhouse. It's packed with complex carbs, fiber, and often features a mix of nuts, seeds, and dried fruits. That means you're getting protein, healthy fats, and long-lasting energy all in one delicious bite. And cereal? It's not just for kids. Many options are fortified with essentials like iron, vitamin D, and calcium, which can help fill nutritional gaps when meals are less balanced. Walmart has all the good stuff too. Their great value French vanilla almond granola is under $3.00 a bag and packed with flavor. You've also got brands like Quaker, Nature Valley, and Kind, which deliver on both quality and affordability. Pro tip, look for bulk-size boxes or resealable granola pouches. Not only are they kinder to your wallet, but they're perfect for long-term storage. And if you're serious about extending the shelf life, grab a few Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers while you're at Walmart. It's a small investment that pays off big. Here's the thing. When everything feels uncertain during a blackout, little things like a crunchy bowl of cereal or a handful of sweet nutty granola can make a massive difference in morale. It's fast, it's comforting, and most importantly, it's ready whenever you need it. Whether it's breakfast, a snack, or even a quick dinner substitute, cereal and granola are the unsung heroes of any great prepper's pantry. Stock up, stash a few, and trust me, future you is going to be beyond thankful.